sort of positioning yourself a little bit further back on your mat, so not towards the top, maybe towards the back of your space this morning, and go ahead and just allow your body to settle, allow the eyes to close. And wherever you are, whether it's the evening or the morning, just allow yourself to bring yourself to the present moment. Bring yourself to your breath, your body, maybe taking a roll of the shoulders down, allowing your shins to ground down into the earth, and then feeling the navel pull in and up as you lengthen up through the crown of the head. Just finding that posture. Some slight activation of the body and then closing down the eyes. Hi Kirsten, so nice to see you. So getting settled, again starting to listen to the breath and just starting to notice the quality of your breath this morning. In today's class we'll be focusing on openness, this idea of surrender. Even just as I say those words, what comes up for you? What connotations do you have with those words? As you sit here, go ahead and just lift the palms up facing towards the sky. Your shoulders are soft, the spine is long, and you're literally taking this gesture of this morning you are choosing to surrender something. An idea, a thought. Surrender, what does it mean to you today? What can you give up? What can you offer up? And then maybe you're lifting your hands even higher as you ground down through your seat and recognizing that actually sometimes we have to surrender because things are so much bigger than we have the ability to control. And so we sort of throw our arms up and say, okay, I'm here, I'm giving it up, I'm doing my best. And that's all. Soften into the breath, reach the fingertips a little bit higher, pull the navel in as you press into the ground. And very slowly take your left hand towards your heart and the right hand towards your belly as you inhale, seeing if you can expand the chest, allowing the belly to pull out. And as you exhale, rounding in, drawing the navel back towards the spine. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the heart. And exhale, and starting to sort of exaggerate this movement of the body as you breathe, a little bit more openness in the chest. And then exhale, the belly pulling in and rounding into yourself. And the main job is just to do the same count breathing as the rhythm for your practice this morning. And as we flow and we move, can we keep coming back to the breath? This even in and this even out as we go. Take one more round, your own pace. And at the base of the next breath, fill up your lungs as much as you possibly can. Big breath in, let the heart arch. And exhale out of the mouth. Just stick there. Take your right fingertips to the floor. They're going to come just towards the edge of the mat, and your left hand's going to reach up and high towards the sky. Reach over towards the opposite side of the room. Lengthen and then let the fingers come forward and around. Your finger's going to reach back behind you now, and you're going to lift up, letting the chest open as you swoop the right hand back and behind. Let's go again. Reach the fingers as far forward as you can. And then up and back. Fingertips come behind. Left hand swoops over. Reach the fingertips as far forward as you can. Fingertips towards the side of the body. Other side, right hand reaches high first. And then exhale, yawn the side body open. Sprinkle the fingertips forward. And then take both hands back next to the body. Release your block or your cushion if you've had one underneath you. And then as you inhale, you're going to just lift your hands up. Now, as we inhale, weight is into our knees. Our hips are pulling forward. Belly draws in and up. Hands are lifting high. One breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to take our elbows forward. Wrists are going to pull back. And you're going to feel this opening sensation in the chest, or cactus arms. So opening up through the chest. And then you're going to exhale. Wrap your right elbow underneath the left. Hinge at the hips and sit back. Inhale, lift up. Open up through the chest. Pull the elbows back. Exhale, opposite elbow wraps underneath. Take it back. Hinge. Inhale, come forward. Open up through the chest. Big breath in. And then exhale, lift the hands up and high. Take the seat back. Let your hands come towards the floor. Maybe even drop them back behind you as your forehead hits the earth. And again, in this little ball shape, this classical balasana, settling into the breath, the rhythm of your breath, finding that in for 4 and then out for 4. Slowly walk the hands forward. Plant your palms into the mat. And then as you inhale, roll yourself up. We're taking a few cat-cow shapes, but a little bit modified. So allow the heart to melt and head to lift for a moment. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to come all the way back into child's pose. But drag your hands back and around you. Fingertips come to the floor behind you, and then lift your hips up. Open up, in breath. Exhale, coming back, folding into your child's pose. Inhale, roll the body up, open up through the chest. Head lifts, heart melts. Exhale, take it back. Fingertips spread wide. Reach behind you. Lift the head. Lift the chest. Take it back. Exhale. Fingertips forward. Little moving meditation for you this morning. And every time you let the chest broaden and you lift the head, can we think about experiencing this opening sensation in more than just the body, but maybe the mind. Take the hands back forward. Drop the head and pause. You're going to tuck your toes underneath you. Start to press the palms of the hands forward, so you're trying to stretch the front of the mat forward and the back of the mat back. Lift your knees just an inch off of the floor. And then start to rise, lift your seat up towards the sky. Keep the knees bent. And then maybe start to find your Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Little wiggle through the hips. A little opportunity to feel into your shape this morning. Nice deep breath in through the nose. And an exhale, letting go through the mouth. A few more breaths here, starting to look at the fingers, making sure that the index mound is rooting down into the ground. Making sure that everything is pulling in towards your midline. Lengthening through the sides of the body. And then pressing the heels back towards the mat. They do not have to touch the ground. Now as we inhale, bend the knees again. Come right onto your tippy toes and then right away forward into a high plank pose. When you get there, pause. Press away from the ground. So we're protracting those shoulders. Lift your thumbs up. Let them wave at each other and then place them back down. Activate your pecs. Hold. For 5. For 4. It's just a shape. For 3. For 2. And 1. Now we're going to come forward just an inch. You'll drop your knees towards the floor. We're taking knees, chest, chin. So drawing the chest forward first, pull the elbows in towards your midline, let your back arch as you lift your seat high. Elbows come back, chin is on the floor. Now hold here, wrap the shoulder blades back onto each other. Keep your toes tucked under, and then you're going to release your feet. Let your big toe touch. Keep your hands underneath your chest. And then as you inhale, this is a little Shalambhasana modification. You're going to lift your big toes, lift your head, and your hands are just like resting on the floor. They're not giving you any strength here. It's all through the back body. Hold, warming up the back. And then slowly drop. Tuck the toes under. Take your seat back. So it's almost like this turbo child's pose position. And then from here, we'll rise and grow into our downward facing dog. Let's take that again. Inhale, bend the knees, roll forward, ride your way. High plank. Exhale, knees. Chest comes forward and the chin. Slowly release. Big toes to touch. Inhale, lift heart, lift toes. Draw shoulders back. Slowly come back down, tuck the toes under. Draw yourself back, child's pose. And Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Now we'll slowly start to walk our way up our mat, but we're going to imagine that our toes are licking the wall or the space behind us. So one leg at a time, working through the back of the legs, toes to glute. And then once you get to the top of the mat, bend your knees, pull the chest over, and just fold and fall. And so giving yourself permission this morning to be a little bit softer in your practice. And that doesn't mean that you aren't using your strength. It just means that you're giving yourself permission to maybe play a little bit more, maybe be a softer with the edges that you're allowing yourself to find. One more in-breath. And exhale, place the hands on the floor. So tented fingertips, pull the thumbs towards your big toes. And then as you inhale, you're going to lift and lengthen, finding a flat back. Knees can stay bent. Pull your hands in towards your heart. Feel all the length as you squeeze the backs of your legs together, and then remove that little ski jump out of your nose. Let's just find a flat back for a moment and lengthen through the spine. Swoop your hands towards the sides, and then as you inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Maybe the hands meet above the head. And then as you exhale, they come down towards the heart. Close down the eyes. Taking a moment to ground down. Find your big toe, press it into the earth. Find the outer blade of your feet. Allow the arches of your feet to lift up as you engage the legs and pull the navel in. Roll the shoulders back. Tadasana. One inhale here. Now as you exhale, start to lift your hands up towards the sky. We're going to take the backs of our hands together. So backs of the hands are going to come together. We're going to come onto our tippy toes. Inhale. And then as we exhale, our hands are going to sweep through and come down like we're giving a little offering to the floor. Coming back the same way that we came. Don't overthink it. You'll be able to do it. Just follow me if you need. Backs of the hands, roll it through. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Maybe you can close the eyes, come right onto the tippy toes, find some length. Exhale. Little offering that you're giving your practice, yourself this morning. Release. One more inhale, lift up. Come right onto the tippy toes. Allow the hands to part. Slowly start to fall all the way to the floor. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, length through the spine. Exhale, place your hands down. You're going to step your right foot all the way down towards the back of your mat. Lift first, drop the right knee. Inhale, swoop the hands up, Anjane. Good, now from here, think about setting up your Anjane. So your left heel is moving back on the mat and the right knee is pulling towards the left heel. So we're creating this counter action to allow everything to shoot up. And when we do that, you should feel the right hip opening up just a little bit more, so there's quite a lot of strength in the legs. One breath in. And as you exhale, take the hands towards the side, cactus. Inhale, lift the arms up. Let the palms meet, and as you exhale, take the hands back and behind you. Now your hands are going to come to the base of the skull. They're going to create a little shelf there. Think about pulling the elbows together. Inhale. Exhale, take the hands up and twist towards the left. Keep the legs strong. One more breath in. Exhale, twist. Left hand reaches back, right hand reaches forward. Stay here. Or reach the left hand back, pull the right hip forward, and then start to lengthen through the side body. Maybe the front leg extends. Hold wherever you are for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly coming back. The right hand is going to swoop forward. The right knee is going to lift, and the left hand is going to come in and underneath the body. Inhale, you're going to lift up, open up through the left hand, drop the right knee, and tap the left toe. Coming back the way we came. And round. Inhale, lift it up. Tap the toe. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift up, tap the toe, and hold this time. So seeing if you can maybe grab onto the toe, maybe walk your right fingertips out, open up through the chest, but keep the pelvis collected. Should feel this in that right thigh. And then very slowly drop the hands. Left hand's going to come up and over. Listen carefully. We're coming into a little Skandasana modified, so toes pointing towards the opposite end of the room, but you're not coming into your full expression, you're just going halfway. Swoop the hands past the body one way. Inhale, the opposite way. Next breath, push something to this side. Then both my hands are going to swoop forward. Right hand comes to the floor. Left hand follows all the way up and over, and then my left foot's coming about midway down my mat. Okay, if you've lost me, find me here. Drop the hips, take the arm up, and then inhale, lift up. See if you can lengthen that front leg in your mouth. Exhale, take it down. 2 more, lift up. Exhale, take it down. Lift up. And then very slowly, step that right foot back forward in line with the right hand. Bend the right knee, take the hips back, fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take it back. See if you can plant your hands, maybe lift your left foot, coming back to a downward facing dog. So we're going to take that modified vinyasa like action that we had before. Roll forward as you inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, high plank. Knees, chest, chin. Release the big toes to touch. Inhale, lift head, lift toe. Exhale, drop. Now tuck your toes under first. Push through the hands, little turbo child's pose. And then roll yourself back up. This time the right foot steps forward. Reach the hands high. Cactus arms, release. Elbows forward, wrist back. Hands come back up. Left foot steps all the way to the top of the mat. Fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift up. Maybe you've got a micro back bend this time. Exhale, fold all the way to the floor. Inhale, head lifts, heart lifts, flat back. Exhale, this time, left foot steps back, left knee drops to the floor. Inhale, lift the hands high, Anjane. Same thing, find your base. Squeeze the inner line of the legs together. Pull the belly in and up. Stack the hip over the knee, hold. Cactus. Inhale, lift the hands up, let the palms meet. Create a little shelf for the back of the neck. As much as the elbow tips are drawing forward, the belly is coming back. And then we're arching through the upper back, just ever so slightly. Lift the hands up, inhale. Exhale to twist, opposite side. Step one is you stay here, keep opening that right shoulder, otherwise right hand reaches back. Back towards the heel. Left hand comes up and over. Maybe you extend the leg. For 3, for 2, for 1. Rebend into the knee. Left hand comes towards the floor. Lift the left knee as the right arm comes up and over. Bend. Inhale, head lifts, heart opens. Take it back, knee drops. Tap the toe. Back and in. Tap the toe. Reach forward, lift the knee, curl in. Drop the knee. Tap the toe and hold. And so again, if you have to find a little bit of space, maybe move your weight back towards your heel first and then allow yourself to settle forward once more. Keep the belly organized and think about the opening coming through the top part of the chest. Slowly, big toe touches the floor. Right hand's going to come up all the way for a modified skandasana. Swoop your hands across the body. Shoot something off to the side. Move with the breath. Other side. Take it back. Let it go. And then both hands swoop forward. Left hand's going to come to the floor. Right hand comes up and over, and then our right toes coming towards the middle of the mat. Modified plank. Find me here. Inhale, straighten that right leg, that front leg, and your mouth. Exhale, bend down. So now working into your ITB line, the outer line of the leg. Lift and lengthen, follow the arm all the way. Good. Now take that right foot, step it forward if you can. Right hand comes to the floor. Bend your left knee, fold, pyramid pose. Inhale, take it dynamically, so opening up the chest. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, lift, lengthen, roll through the spine. Exhale, take it back. One more, inhale, lift up. Lengthen, plant your hands into the floor. Can you round through the upper back so much that you can pull the right foot through our little modified vinyasa? Inhale, lift up onto the toes, roll all the way forward, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, big toes to touch. Lift the head, draw the shoulder heads back. Maybe lift the hands this time. We're holding it for a little bit longer. Feel the back body work for 5, for 4. Think long for 3, for 2, for 1. And release. Just drop your head between your hands for a moment. Take a little wriggle in the back body. And then allow that release to happen naturally. Taking the hands back, tuck the toes under. Seat goes back towards the heels. Downward facing dog. Now your choice, but we're going to first step the left foot forward. Drop the right knee. Cactus the arms. Lift the hands back up. Fingertips come towards the floor. Feet together or a little bit wider apart to fall. Root to rise. Lift the hands all the way back up towards the sky. Micro bend. Hands to the heart. Breathe. Find the breath again. Creating a lot of heat in the body now. Strengthening the back of the body and opening the front of the body for our peak poses. So bringing your hands to your heart for a moment. Feeling the feet ground down into the earth. Take your hands forward of the body. One breath. And as you exhale, sitting back like you're coming straight into a chair, take your hands and then fold your armpits over your knees. You should be able to feel how your body's actually designed to fold in and of itself. And then inhale, you're going to lift up halfway. Just take your hands up. One more breath in. Take the arms up and wide. So again, this little surrendered notion, taking the hands out. Your legs should be burning. Chair pose. We love this one. Hold. One more breath in. Exhale, fold. Exhale, step both feet back straight into your downward facing dog. Find the breath. Step the big toes together at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your right leg back like you're pressing against something. Lift it nice and high, and then you're going to bend the knee. Take the toes towards the glute, hold. Keep pressing evenly through the hands. One more breath in, and then rolling forward. As you exhale, step the right foot behind the right wrist. Take the left toes out, let them face towards the left corner of the mat, setting up for Virabhadrasana 1. So taking the hands out first. Find the work of your pelvis, it's trying to stay neutral, and then as you inhale, press down through the back foot as you lift the arms up. Take the palms together. Inhale, straighten the legs for a moment. Exhale, take the hands back and behind the skull. Allow the elbow tips to come towards each other. Hold. Think about growing the elbows a little bit higher towards the roof, but then keep drawing the hips forward. One more breath in. Inhale, lift the hands up. Now one exhale to take you all the way down towards the floor. Yogi's choice, my advanced yogis, you can take a one-legged chaturanga. Beginners, you come with me. My advanced yogis, do not rush your movements. We all mean in downward facing dog. Big toes to touch. Left leg lifts. Send it back. Lots of energy through the back left big toe. Then start to bend the knee. Think you're trying to touch your glute with your big toe. One inhale. Exhale, roll forward. Left toes set lightly down behind the left wrist. Right big toe points to the right hand corner of the mat. Swoop the arms back. Find the pelvis. So squeeze the legs together and then inhale, lift the hands high. Exhale, take the hands back and behind the skull. Elbow tips will reach up towards the sky. Belly draws in. Weight is into the outer right heel of the foot. Hold. It is warm where I am today, you guys. Inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, one breath takes you all the way down towards the floor. Beginners modified, advanced yogis, can you take one-legged chaturanga? Think about the chest being proud as you lift up into up dog. Draw the chin back towards the chest. Roll over the toes. Downward facing dog. Taking your gaze forward. Then drop the head between the arms. Find space for the neck and breathe. 3 more deep breaths here. And one, inhale. Deep clearing exhale, bend the knees. Send your seat back. And then you're going to inhale, roll up halfway. And exhale, jump between the hands without a sound. Lift the head, lift the heart. Drop the seat back. Arms come high. Utkatasana, your little offering. Palms towards the roof. And what can you surrender today? When you're showing up, you're doing the work. Sometimes there's bigger things at play. Inhale, lift the hands up. Micro bend through the back. Exhale, bring the hands back towards the heart. And slowly drop the palms towards your sides. Samastitihi. Roll your shoulders down once more. Feel yourself grow from the base of your feet to the crown of the head. And just notice the sensations at the edges of your toes and your fingers. The softness. This willingness to be open. Next, inhale, bring your hands towards your heart. And then you're going to draw your right knee in and high towards your chest. Flex the foot. One breath in. Now as you exhale, keeping your knee in a line with your hip, you're going to start to wrap the knee back. Keep the knee as far away from the body as you can, but then draw your toes towards your seat. Come forward, micro bend in the left knee, hold. Inhale, coming back up. You're moving with as much intention and precision as you can. Take it back forward, draw the belly in. Exhale, take it back. Keeping that knee as far away from the body as you can. Keep the toes pointing towards the glutes. Bend the left knee, drop the head, spine is long. Now extend the toes, then take them to the floor. Inhale, lift up, crescent lunge. So bend that back knee, let it be super buoyant for a moment. And then think about straightening through the back of the heel. Feel the left psoas lengthening. Find the work of the pelvis again. We're trying to keep it even. Ground down through your left big toe mount. Take the hands together, inhale. Exhale, take the palms back behind the skull. Open up a little bit more through the chest, but keep the belly connected. Lift the hands high. Inhale. Exhale to twist, just like we did in Anjane. Left hand reaches back, right hand reaches forward. Option to stay here again, or draw the hips forward, pull the left hand back. Let it touch behind you, and lean. For 3, for 2, for 1. Now listen carefully, right hand swoops forward. Left hand comes forward, right hand pulls back, setting up for warrior 2. So you're finding heel to arch alignment in the feet. Hold. Left palm can face up. Reverse Trikonasana, so reverse triangle. The front leg straightens and then paint the sky as you take the left arm up and over the body. For 3, for 2, for 1. Left hand reaches, connect the core as you reach the left hand forward and you bend into the left knee. Right hand goes on the hip. Start to coax the muscle of that front hip forward. So use your elbow. You can almost try and draw and convince that left knee to be in a line with the heel. Usually it comes in, so allow it to open up slightly. And then you stay here or you find the floor. Right arm comes up and over. And I'm thinking again about opening, rolling my right rib cage towards the roof. Keep the belly connected, keep the hips and the seat underneath you. And very slowly pivot onto the right foot. Right hand comes towards the floor. Left hand comes towards the floor. Bend that right knee. Just one moment, pyramid pose. Release. Rebend into the left leg. Walk the hands forward. And we're preparing for a supported Vira 3. So micro bend in that left leg if you need. Especially if you're hypermobile, use whatever you can to switch this leg on. Draw the belly in and up. Spine is long. Now our hands are coming towards our heart. Big toe kicks towards the glute. Now keep that knee as far away from your chest as you can. Ooh, even have a wobble. And draw it up. Little lean back of the body. Good. Reach the hands high. Now set the right knee down onto the floor next to your left ankle. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, you're going to drop your fingertips towards the floor. Allow the head to pull forward. And breathe. Every inhale, walking the fingertips a little bit further forward. Every exhale, dropping a little bit deeper. And listen carefully. Inhale, lift up. Your right fingertips are going to swoop back towards just about 2 inches away from your toes. Left foot might need to come forward. Left hand is going to swoop up. Maybe you come onto the toes. Allow the hips to travel forward as the hand reaches back. Coming back. Hands frame that front foot again, or bring them back on the mat if you need. Draw the right knee in towards your chest and let's grow. We're going to come back the same way we came. So Vira 3. Bring the hands to the heart, toes towards the glute. Keep the knee as far away from the upper body as you lift and rise and lengthen. Maybe open up the arms this time. And slowly release all the way down to the floor. Inhale halfway to rest. Exhale, step or float it back, taking your vinyasa of choice this morning. You can take knees, chest, chin if you've been practicing with us and you want to do a little Budokan roll into your back bend. You can take that. If you're just needing a rest, meet me in down dog. Find the breath once more. Calibrate with the breath, the rhythm of your practice. Bend the knees. Send the seat high. Inhale, roll halfway forward. And as you exhale, jump through the hands. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold, root through the feet. Rise all the way up. Take in what it is that you need today and bring it back down to your heart. Right foot sets itself into the floor and the left knee draws in and high. Flex the foot and hold. As you exhale, take that knee around. Keep it in a line with the hip, but keep the toes pointing towards the glute. Come forward. Extend the knee as far away from your head as you can. Slowly rise back up. Find your drishti, your gaze, your point of focus. One more time. Take it back. Keep the pelvis working, that outer hip working. Keep the toes pulling towards the glute. Contract that back left leg. Extend. Toes touch the floor without a sound. The hands lift high, crescent lunge. Bend the back knee first. Exhale, extend the back of the legs. Palms meet, shelf for the back of the head. Elbow tips reach high. Good. Settle into the feet. Inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale to twist. Open the right shoulder towards the back of the room. Draw the left hand forward. Hips forward and then reach back. Maybe up and over for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly left hand comes over. Moving as slowly as you can. Palm lifts towards the top of the room. Vira 2. Set that right big toe into the floor. And then reverse. Straighten the front leg. Right arm swoops over the side body. Gaze goes towards the side of the room. So let your neck go long. And think about increasing the space from the hip to the fingertip. Slowly draw that right arm over. Hand comes to the hip. And again, thinking about coaxing the muscle of that right leg open. Dropping the right fingertips maybe to the floor, maybe you stay here. And then allowing the left arm to come up and over. Pinky finger spins towards the earth as you allow the shoulder head to come up and over. Think about pulling the belly in, but then about opening up through the chest as you allow that left rib cage to roll towards the roof and hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Pivot the left toes towards the floor. Left hand comes down, right hand pivots the right toes. Bend the right knee, take the gaze towards the knee. Pyramid pose just for a moment. Then coming forward, bend the right knee. Fingertips frame the floor. Lift the left toes up and back, supported Vira 3. Now here, try not to open the hip, but think about rolling your sit bones, the tops of your sit bones towards the floor. And your frontal hip bones, if they had lights on them, they'd be pointing straight down. Think about drawing the belly in, maybe micro bend the right leg, should be firing, mine is. Bring your hands towards your heart. Bend the toes towards the seat. And then inhale, keep that knee as long as you can, lift up, slight lean back, release the arms. And then exhale, step the knee down, next to the right heel. One breath in, left and lengthen. Exhale, take the fingertips down towards the floor, drop the head. Drop the thoughts, drop your mind. Breathe. Left fingertips reach back. Maybe the right foot scoots forward ever so slightly. And the right arm reaches up and over. Feel that openness in the left side body. And slowly coming back towards the center. Hands frame the foot. We're coming back the way that we came. So draw the knees together. Extend. hands come towards the heart, toes towards the seat. Inhale, lift up and high. Maybe release the arms this time. Slowly take it back. Meet me in downward facing dog. Vinyasa of choice. Again, rolling through your choice. Beginners, come with me. Let's take another knees, chest, chin. Send the toes back. Connect the toes. Lift the hands. Lift the heart. Lift the legs. And release. Tuck the toes. Coming all the way back. And you're going to meet me in child's pose. Just settle in your child's pose for a moment. Regather the breath. In your mind's eye, you're counting in for 4 and out for 4. With all that concentration, let's continue to move. So inhale, slowly rolling forward. Tuck the toes under Ardha Mukha. Svanasana. Big toes to touch. Inhale, right leg lifts towards the sky. Bend the knee first, and then you're going to yawn that hip open and allow that knee to fall behind the body. Feel the frontal right hip muscles really lengthening here. So think about gluing your hands into the floor, but allowing that hip to have free range. Option to stay here or come onto the tippy toes of the left foot. Drop the right big toe line back and behind you, opening up for a wild thing. If you have the space, take your right fingertips around the shoulder and think about bringing your back bend into your thoracic spine, the upper part of your back. Okay, right hand lifts. We're all going to meet with our right hand on the floor. Okay, so if you've come from here, right hand on the floor. Left toes pivot towards the side of the room. Fallen triangle, right foot shoots out. Left hand cuts behind the skull. Hold. Now draw your belly in. See if you can just maybe lift the toes off of the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the right knee. It comes to the floor. And then you're coming into this supported Vashisthasana or supported side plank. Reach the left arm long. My arm is disappearing. And then wrap the fingertips just around your temple and allow the neck to sort of fall in your hand as you allow the entire left side body to lengthen now. Regathering your strength, stand, lift the left hand up and high. Bring your weight into your right knee. And now we're taking gate pose, so your left hand comes towards the inside of your left rib. Reach the right arm up and over. Pinky rolls towards the floor. Maybe your gaze comes towards the floor or to the sky. Slow motion, you're coming back. Right hand's coming to the hip. Now using your knee as support, draw the left knee in towards you. I'm going to just face you sideways. Stay as you are on your mat. We're coming into our first back bend Ustrasana or camel pose. So the idea is to take your hands back and behind you like you're wearing your favorite pair of jeans. Okay, baggy jeans. Allow the palms of the hands to rest against your sacral plate. Roll the shoulders back. And then I like to pull my chin back. So giving myself a really beautiful double chin here. Think about pulling the hips forward. I like to keep the toes tucked to keep my legs activated. One breath in, lift up through the chest. And then as I exhale, I push my hands forward and start to allow space for the upper body to drape back and breathe. No pain should be in the lower back. So if this is not working for you this morning, just take a seat in Virasana. Otherwise, slowly regather yourself using that core to pull you back, and then keep your eyes closed and just take a seat on the heels. And lift your hands up for me, palms facing towards the roof. And just allowing that to settle and resonate with your body. It can feel so freeing to just let something go, let something be. Recognize your place in the world. Slowly, let's backtrack, coming the way that we came. So coming back through side plank, extend the left leg, draw the left hand towards the floor, coming back. Downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Maybe even blow bubbles through the lips. Left leg comes towards the sky. Bend the knee first. Yawn the hip open. Option to stay here or come onto the tippy toes. Left big toe mound reaches back and behind you. Now my hips reach up towards the sky. Left hand reaches high. Maybe the hand comes behind the skull. Press into that right index knuckle of your right hand on the floor. Hold. We're all going to meet with our left hand on the floor. So you transition however you would like to this morning yogis. A little bit of freedom, a little bit of play. Once we get there, fallen triangle, left leg comes out. Right hand reaches for the sky, grabs behind the skull. Hold. Now if you're going to stay here, fine. If you want to lift the leg, I need you to think about pulling your belly in. So drawing the navel in and then pressing your skull against your hand. Lift the toes for 10. I'm kidding. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knee in first, set it down. Knee and toes are in a line. So in this supported side plank, extend the arm out. And then let the hand wrap around the side of your head. And just allow the neck to relax. And allow the side body to lengthen. And just cradling your own head in your hand. And just enjoying that sensation for a moment. Slowly gather the core, reach the right fingertips up and high. Right elbows coming to the inside of the right rib cage, and then take the left arm up and over. Breathe. Hips keep drawing forward. Last breath. Coming all the way back. Take your left hand to your hip. Draw the right hip knee underneath your hip. And so again, now our second round of camel. So option here is to go a little bit deeper. If before was enough for you, if you want to sit it out, just take a seat. Otherwise, hands come to the back pockets. Roll the shoulder blades back. Draw the elbows towards each other. Draw the hips forward. Little double chin. Inhale, puff up through the chest. And exhale, maybe you slowly walk your fingertips towards the insides of the ankles. Now inhale, puff up through the chest again. And then exhale, maybe you release the neck. And breathe. Keep the hips moving forward. Keep the crunch out of the low back by lifting the heart up and over. And then wherever you are, as gently as you came in, reverse the process. Bring your hands towards your jean pockets first. Regather the core. Take a seat. And just let that be. Lift the palms up. You might even try and slightly roll the tailbone under to feel a different sensation in the low back. You can even hang the head. And just breathe. And coming back to your intention for your practice today, what is it that you release? What is it that you let be? That you surrender this morning? The physical gesture of that mindset. Inhale, open the eyes. Left hand comes to the floor. You can come back the way that you came. So side plank first. Into downward facing dog. Let's take a vinyasa. Everyone follow me. We're going to drop your forehead to the floor. Swoop your hands back. Lift the toes. Interlace your hands. Shalambhasana, bound. Think about pulling the arms back, shoulders rolling back, maybe lifting the gaze straight up. Lift the toes, allow the back body to contract, to heat up, to work for 3, for 2, for 1. Release. Take the hands underneath your head. Little rock in the hips, side to side. And I think our live is going to cut out really soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this live now. And so if you want to finish the practice with me, we'll be getting into some really juicy back bends. I'd love for you to come back and join me again. So I'm going to end it now. Rejoin me if you will.